as Dolores Smith, and then lastly, we do have a region representative, so we will have those listed under our visitors. I believe those are all the visitors for today. I know Dr. Coulson will be present sometime in our meeting, so we will have him as well. I will move on to our approval of minutes. I did send out these minutes for last week's meeting in our email this week. Can I have a motion to approve these minutes?
A motion.
Second.
Perfect. Thank you, Nick. And can I have a second?
Second by Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy. And the motion is carried to approve our minutes of September 11, 2020. Perfect. I will move on to our board reports and information items. So our reports are limited to 1 minute each. Additional time can be allotted with a motion and a second from the Senate. So I will start with our advisor report. And Shanae, you can go ahead and go first.
Oh, okay, great. I'm actually going to let my Dean Smith, go ahead and start with the introductory statement.
Yes, good morning, student government, and thank you for inviting us today. I'm Dolores Smith. I'm Dean of Student Services and Financial Aid and EOPS in our TRIO programs and veterans. And we have Shanae Williams. She is our Director of Financial Aid. And I just wanted to just take a few moments to just really talk about we've been hearing the concerns of financial aid. And it's been, as we know, COVID has changed their lives. And so in anticipation of that, we've experienced things that we've never experienced before as far as getting technology up in a short period of time, trying to get funds dispersed and not being, on campus. And so it's been really a tough time, but I know it's been a tough time for students as well, because as a result of that, students are reaching out to our area's Department of Financial Aid and not getting the, turnaround responses as quickly as, is needed. And so we're here today to just really talk about that a little bit and let you know what we're doing to improve those services. Also, we want to just take a moment so you can know who we are. Some of you, many students don't know who's behind the financial aid, and, Shanae and I are, the key people in financial aid. We have a wonderful financial aid staff. We've been able to disperse over $3 million of aid on time. And that was the charge, trying to get folks paid who are ready to go, their files were complete. But we know now, we've gotten over that peak time a little bit. And so now we're wanting to look to increase our technology and what do we need to do to improve our services to get the response quickly. And so I'm glad we're here. We're hoping, to partner, with student government and collaborate on hearing some of the needs and utilizing you as a resource to give us feedback on what we need to do to improve. I will tell you right now, and Shanae will go into it a little bit more, we have been continuously automating our services. We're looking into automating our financial aid module so we can be able to get things done more quickly in this virtual world. But really, I'm here and Shanae is here because we want you to know that we're here for you. This is why we're here. This is our job, to make sure that you're successful. And how we do that in our area is to make sure that you get your financial aid as quickly as possible. And we understand that, and we want to, and we are improving on that. And so we look to you to communicate to us. And I want to really say directly, if you would, feel free to reach out to myself, Dolores Smith, or Shanae Williams, our Director of Financial Aid. If there's things that do come up, bring it to our attention, because we're constantly trying to develop ways to improve. I want to turn it over to Shanae now so she can talk about just quickly some of the things that we are working on currently to improve our service in financial aid.
Okay. Well, looking to the future real quick, we're looking to automate our forms processing so that it's something to look forward to doing. Obviously, that will expedite that time frame and make it a lot easier for students to submit those additional document requests that are sometimes needed to complete the financial aid process. We are currently in production of some tutorial videos to assist students on navigating their financial aid status via the financial aid self-service homepage. The financial aid self-service, as I'm hoping many of you all are aware of, is really key for students to really understand where they're at in the financial aid process and what, if any, additional information may be needed of them. So we are in production of creating a how to check your financial aid status video that is going to be distributed across campus and to all of our support areas. We are also creating a video on how to upload your documents securely via the Student Hub. We've heard some concerns about students having difficulty with the submission of forms. So we're in process of creating that as well. There's going to be many workshops that you're going to be hearing about, announcing here very soon. Want to remind everyone that the 2021-2022, if you believe it or not, financial aid and DREAM Act application does become available starting October 1st. So that's right around the corner. I want to make sure that I give that mentioned and encourage all students to submit their application just as soon as possible. That allows your application to be in. You kind of secure that federal and state funding, why the funding is very abundant, and it gives us enough time to get your application in, determine what other additional document requests are needed, and communicate that to you so you can get that into us in a timely manner. So please be looking for that application as of October 1st. We also are having a Get to the Money workshop series, and I'll let Dolores kind of go into that a little bit more.
Yeah, so this is something new we're trying as a part of the hub and the, in the beginning, I know everyone experienced the long waits getting into the hub and the lobby and some of the connection issues. We decided to try something a little bit different. And so we're having this Get to the Money series. And we're really focusing on, the next one will be on September 30th. It'll be in the AM. And then we'll have the rest of them to be in the evening from 5 to 6:30, I believe. But we sent an email out, and we'll do another one to let everybody know the dates and times, and also give the link to how you can get in. And what that is, it's kind of like an evening hub, a one-stop, all in one. We're having folks that come in. We're doing we're having a main room, and we're answering general questions. And then if there's anyone that needs to have, very specific confidential questions answered, we have technicians who will send those students to the breakout sessions, and they can meet one-on-one with a financial aid technician in hopes to getting, hopefully their file complete, or at least, get a little bit more one-on-one attention on what's needed to complete their file. The first one we had, I think it was early September. It was actually, it went really well. And we had about 20 students. And in the AM section, we had about 10 students. So we're hoping this will start becoming a trend to give some additional assistance to students that can't get in the lobby or might have conflicting schedules. So things like that we're trying, and we want to also welcome any suggestions or feedback. Please send them our way, because as we all are learning how to navigate in this new environment, we are needing to be creative to do that. We know financial aid is very complex. It's complex. So the forms that have to be filled out to complete your financial aid is crazy, right? And it's for us too, but it is a requirement for, federal and state funds, as we all know. But we want to try to make it and minimize it as best as possible. So basically that's, what we came today for, to discuss. We're here for you. Any direct, if there's anyone that has any, questions that need to be resolved, please feel free to reach out directly to either myself, Dolores Smith, or Director Shanae Williams, and we'll be more than happy to, accommodate and try to work out your questions or your financial aid issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Dolores. Thank you, Shanae. And students, if you're watching, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact them. It is the letter D, Smith at msjc.edu, as well as S. Williams at msjc.edu. So thank you guys so much for coming out and really, bringing this topic to the floor. I know that this is an issue that a lot of students are going through right now, and we really want to make sure students are aware that this problem is being talked about, and there is a plan set forward so that these services can be improved. So thank you so much for showing up and really bringing this information to all of us.
You're welcome. And I just want to add real quickly, because there is a D Smith directory. My email is DOL.Smith at msjc.edu. Thank you.
Perfect.
And also,
Thank you
when you're
so much.
reaching out to us, please add your student identification number in any email communications. It helps us be able to look up your account much easier. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I will move on to our other advisors as well and their reports. Suzanne, Jose, or Maricela.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I think you're having connectivity issues, Jose. You're frozen.
Oh,
Try now. I think you're moving, so let's see.
okay. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll make this quick so that doesn't happen. Oh, hopefully it doesn't happen. So hi everyone. Happy Friday. I just want to share really quick information. So MSJC Sankofa Task Force is hosting a virtual house party from 2 to 2:30 today, featuring A2 Men and Emoja. So that'll be on Zoom. The house party will provide students an opportunity to network with other students, faculty, staff, and administrators. And students can share their thoughts on what the campus can do to better help them achieve academic success on their educational and career journey. So do tune in. It sounds like a really great networking opportunity. And you'll hear from some really great folks just sharing some very useful and valuable information. So again, the house part, and there is a live DJ as well performing around that time. So yeah, from noon to 2:30 today, I will share the Zoom in the chat, but I'll also have our PR share the flyer as well. So PR, if you could please get that out on social media around this time, that would be great. Thank you.
Thank you, Jose.
All right, Suzanne, you want to go next or should I?
You can go. You can go. I don't really have
Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I wanted to start off by mentioning that we had a really successful Constitution trivia game event. Thank you to all the SGA who helped moderate and lead the event. Dr. Colson was in attendance, as well as other SGA members and students. So it was a great event. We had the opportunity to offer some rewards, and Brian will get into that in just a second. But the winners for that event were Chris, Austin, and Nathan. And then they also, when they reached out via email to share their information with us, their student ID, they mentioned how much fun they had. So kudos to all of those who were involved in that event. And then another event to look out for that we have coming up is the Eagles Talks, and that is focusing on the topic of Your Voice, Your Vote workshop, and that is happening September 22nd at 3 p.m. Registration is encouraged to participate. Of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and let's be sure we share it with our fellow MSJC students. That way we have great attendance for an informative event that's being led by TODIC, a nonprofit. And then just another event to note is that Dia de la Familia is happening this Saturday. So I know some SGA students participated the opening night, which we talked that it was a lot of fun and it was a great event, very informative. So just something to look out for. And I think that concludes my comments. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maricela. And Suzanne.
They covered everything, so I'm good.
All right. I will move on. Brian, do you have anything to report on for us? Okay, I don't think so. On the count of three, 1, 2. All righty, your time is set. I'm sorry, Brian. I will move on to our executive officer reports. Any executive officers would like to report this week?
Me, Ariana.
All righty, Ariana, go ahead.
Hi, good morning, everybody. So I'm gonna follow up with Marisela. Thank you for everyone who helped and attended the trivia, the Constitution event yesterday. It was so much fun. I had a blast. I get to see other students' faces and interact with them. It was hilarious. It was fun, and I can't wait to more events to, even if you're virtually, to have fun with the students. It's such a great way to think about other things but school, and homework. So it's a great stress reliever. Also from El Día de la Familia, that is tomorrow, there's 2 sessions. And I wanted to explain that from 12 to 2 is the English session, and from 2 to 4 is the Spanish session. You do have to register, and if you need the link, let me know. I can forward that to you. Also, I want to set a reminder that the Free Leadership Development Conference start next week. I saw that Brian, Casting, and Tracy registered for that. Thank you. Again, it's free. And it's from September 24th till October 2nd. There's a lot of great sessions that I think it will be beneficial for us as student leaders. So let me know again if you need the link. I can forward that to you too. We had the town hall. It was pretty good. I didn't attend, but I heard from Brian and other folks that it was pretty informative for the students. And I know Brian is gonna mention more, but we want more interaction from us to, ask questions and get that information. I know the student needed in these times, and those town halls with Dr. Colson, Roger, they're so good to know what's going on behind doors, and the students feel more like, okay, they're working on it, because they're stressed, but they don't really know what's going on behind doors. So these town hall events really help get that communication going between staff and students. So I would say, please attend if you can, or listen in. I know they're recorded and on YouTube, if I'm not wrong. So you can go back and visit it and hear it out. And if you have any questions, you can send those questions to Brian or myself, and they will make sure to answer those. Lastly, I attended several webinars talking about Proposition 15 and 16, and how they can be beneficial for our community college, and how can, for example, MIUC can benefit from it. So I know we're gonna have a presentation later on about that. I don't want to give away too much information, but just so you know, elections are coming up 7 weeks, just 7 weeks. So make sure you register to vote and spread the word out. And lastly, sorry, the scholarship deadline is today at midnight. So yes, apply for that, and again, take advantage of all the resources that MIJC is offering to you. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you, Ariana. Any other executive officer would like to report today?
I have
Yeah.
report.
First.
Oh, alrighty, Janelle, you can go first.
Okay, so I emailed the MSJC Foundation and they emailed back this morning, and we're gonna schedule a meeting for next week so we can collaborate with the foundation to use for events. As Tracy said in our committee meeting, that we can use it for events, for awards, scholarships, and that's such a great idea. And yeah, we're just gonna schedule a meeting with Jose and Brian, and it was in an email this morning, so it was just recent. So yeah. And also, I sent out a birthday survey for everyone to fill out. Only 5 people filled it out, so I would encourage everyone to fill it out. And yeah, there's fun questions. So yeah, we would love to celebrate your birthday. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle. And if you haven't filled out that survey, you guys better do so, because that is not acceptable. We have 11 members, and I know I did it. So that means that 7 of you guys or 6 of you guys haven't done it yet. So make sure you do it, please. So thank you, Danielle. And Victoria.
Yes. Okay, so I just wanted to remind everybody, and in case you guys didn't know, we're having another Club Rush. It's a Club Rush remix. So we're having this via Zoom, and we're having 2 sessions, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, evening-ish. So we're having it on September 23rd and September 24th from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. for our morning session and 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. for our evening session. If anybody needs any of the information, we have a flyer that I can send out, or I'm also going to include this in our ICC emails. So that was kind of just Club Rush Remix coming up. I believe that's next week.
Mhm.
Yeah, so next week on Wednesday and Thursday. So we
Perfect.
encourage everybody to join in, participate, especially for clubs who maybe missed the first one. So if there's any clubs right now who are watching or who are listening, if you missed the first Club Rush, maybe this is your second chance to kind of put you guys yourself out there. And I'd also like to remind clubs or anybody here in our meeting right now, if you're interested in attending the ICC meetings, let me know. I'll be able to include you guys in the emails if you don't get them already. And you can just come to hang out too. We really would like that support and, get to see and interact with our clubs a little bit more, especially during these hard times. Kind of want to encourage more participation and remind everybody and all our students and all our faculty that nobody's alone in this. Everybody's struggling. Maybe if you just want to come to our ICC meetings just to kind of chat, go for it. We'd love it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Victoria. And I definitely, if you guys need the link or any information, you can go ahead and contact Victoria or Nick for both of their sessions. You can also find this information in our student government homepage. You'll scroll down to ICC meetings, and they'll have the Zoom link right there as well for both the morning and afternoon sessions. So thank you, Victoria. Any
Wait.
other executive? Yes, Nick.
Yeah, there's some events that their clubs want to do, like
Okay.
the Puente want to do the Day of the Dead event,
Mm-hmm.
and what's it called? Mu Alpha Theta wants to do a math competition and a woman in STEM talk, and the MSJC Gaming Club wants to do a charity event called Extra Life in November. The Political Science Club wants to do a meeting with the Board of Trustees, like a talk, the way they said it. And cybersecurity is trying to have like a ethical hacking type event as well. But Victoria went over the fall remix, so that's about everything in ICC.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you, Nick. Anyone else would like to report from our executive officer team?
I have a report.
Susie, go ahead.
Yeah, so I served as a student representative in the school budget committee meeting. So I attended their meetings yesterday, and I just want to, bring back some new updates. So, due to the pandemic, California is experiencing the Great Recession. The budget this year will not change a lot, but it will definitely be affected in next 2 years. And just some updates. So our student-centered funding formula, there's no cuts and will hold harmless extended for 2 more years. So, so in case we don't know what is the student-centered funding formula, it's just all about ensuring community colleges are funded based on how well the students perform, such as like how many students get college grants, how many students earn associate degrees and credit certificates. Fortunately, there's no cuts and will hold harmless extended for 2 more years. And there will be 120 million block grant for COVID-19 is for re-engaged students, online technology, mental health, and learning loss. But at the meantime, there are many other deferrals. So basically, yeah, that's what I got from the budget committee.
They're also promoting equity in all planning and resource allocation structures, such as the scholarship funding opportunities for African American students. Um, and yeah, that's it. And I will report our SGA budget in our committee reports. Yeah, and that's my report.
Perfect. Thank you, Tracy. And I will go on and go ahead and report. I know Ariana did, mention this, briefly. I did want to let you guys know about some past and future events that will be occurring for our students. This week we had our first virtual town hall of the semester with MSJC faculty, which you can learn more through Dr. Schultz's email that was sent out to all MSJC students through their school email. So if you haven't seen this email, it was sent by Eagle Info, and make sure that sometimes these emails will be like sent to your spam. So just make sure that if you haven't seen it yet, it may be in your spam. Go ahead and check it out. You can find the link to the recording as well from the meeting so that you can see the whole transcript of what went on during that event. And that one is for our virtual town hall. I also attended our first event to our Latinx Heritage Month. That really set the tone for the month, and it was a really great opportunity for students and staff to know more about the celebration. I thought it was really cool. There was a DJ, there was a lot of inspiring stories, and overall, it was just a really great event, and I really look forward to many more events like that. And this will go on over the course of this month, so from September 15 to, I believe, October 16, if I'm correct. And I will definitely email you guys the calendar of events for this month for Latinx Heritage Month. We also, let me see. We will have a future town hall as well in the next upcoming weeks with a collaboration with SGA. This is something that I am in the talks with Dr. Schultz and Dr. Colson so that we can hopefully finalize and get a date. And overall, just make sure that we're good to go and have this event possible for our students. Remember that these events are really here to really showcase and inform our staff members on where we can improve on and how we can create a better experience for our students. I also did attend the Get to the Money series workshops this week. They were really informative. This week was really about showcasing students how to access their financial aid in self-service and really knowing how to look at different programs from there. So that was really interesting as well. We also had our Constitution Day that went really well as well. For me, it's great to always see students and know, where students are coming from, and just to get more knowledge about who is everyone and who I'm serving as well. So it was definitely a great experience. I have to give kudos to our advisors for really setting this up, for everyone who really came together for this event. And I want to give kudos as well to Ariana because she did a great job moderating as well with me. So thank you, Ariana, for really just working well with me, and hopefully we can hold more events like this as well in the future. I do want to say briefly, lastly, that I did have a meeting with Dr. Colson yesterday. We did talk about, what are the failures that are going on regarding student services. And we want to let you guys know that there is a plan set in place for, for improvement. These things do not, improve, over the night and really do, improve the next day. But we want to make sure students are aware that, the school is aware of the issue, and there will be improvements set to make sure that, they do meet the expectations and the demand of the students. So that concludes my report. And I will move on to our executive officer reports. Any senators would like to report today? I don't.
You mean legislative reports?
I'm sorry?
I think you said executive officers report instead of legislative reports.
Did I? Oh, well, I apologize.
It's okay.
Thank you, Keston. Any legislative reports?
Yeah, I can report.
Perfect. Go ahead, Bailey.
Okay, so we've been trying to blast stuff on the Instagram and putting stuff on there. I've also this week, I've been texting a little bit with Janelle about possibly getting a TikTok and blasting basically stuff about SGA and school events. So things such as like the Constitution Day per se. on the TikTok just to make it look fun, because I know TikTok is pretty addicting and a lot of students might have it and go on it, and it'd be a good idea to share it and like for students to see, oh, like this is a fun idea. And then also, I don't know if I can say this part, we also made a committee meeting date for PR. So we're going to meet on Tuesday, this coming up Tuesday from 2 to 3. So that's that too. We'll be discussing stuff like that probably.
Good job, Daly.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So you guys did hear, they will have their committee meetings for PR on Tuesday from 2 to 3 p.m. So if you are available, please try to tune in. It's definitely a great opportunity for us to know more information and really know what's going on in SGA. So thank you, Daly. Alexis, any reports?
So in our meeting, we were thinking about doing a fundraiser.
Okay.
But that's still in process. We're trying to think of like how we can do our fundraiser online. So we're trying to think of new ways to do that.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you so much, Alexis.
You're welcome.
Alrighty, I will move on to our committee reports. Any committee reports today?
Me.
Perfect. Catherine, go ahead.
Okay, so like Daly said, we're going to be meeting on the 22nd, 2 to 3 p.m. I would really like everyone to be there if they can. I really think it'll be a good meeting, and we have a lot of good things planned. And I've also been blasting as much as I can on social media lately. I've been a little more active than usual, trying to just promote and get stuff out there, get students involved, because I know it's been kind of a challenging time for everyone, and I'm just trying to get everyone to unite together and be together, you know? And also, I know last week I reached out to the health center, and I haven't, thank you, Janelle, heard anything about it yet, about the collaboration, so I'm going to follow up on that. I just wanted to keep everyone posted. So that ends my report.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you, Catherine. Any other committee reports today?
I have some.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. It's really quick. So we will be meeting up next Thursday, the 24th from 12 p.m. for Committee of Institutional Effectiveness. If anyone wants to join in, please feel free. That's all I have to say.
Got it. Thank you, Stephanie.
Stephanie, that'll be at 12:30, you said?
12.
12. Okay, thank you.
And Tracy.
Okay, thank you, Stephanie. So just going to say we finally approve our SGA budget for 2020 to 2021 in our Financial Affairs Committee meeting. The total will be, I don't know if I should type in the chat. The total is $95,347.58 in total. I will type in the chat later. So basically, it's our last year balance, which is $19,768.58 plus a check of SGA fees in the amount of $75,579. $75,579. So we got this great amount of SGA fees because our student representative fees just substantially increases, and it also has to do with our opt-out portion. When we register, there's an opt-out portion. So yeah, we have this amount of budget this year, but my suggestions, like obviously we won't use all of them this year because we don't know if the situation will change in the next 2 years. So we try to be more conservative, but also because this semester we won't spend much money because we don't have those on-campus events. So I want to briefly mention the idea of SGA refund or SGA scholarship. Just to recall our memory, we reserved $1,000 last semester for our SGA Pledge for Success refund. This year, because we have a lot of budget, we can definitely just reserve more money, and we can do both refund and scholarship, or we can just do scholarship. So it depends on all of us. We can discuss in our next Financial Affairs Committee meeting. I will also, like Janelle said, I will also email Foundation Committee and to invite them to be present in our meeting. So if you guys are interested, want to know more about it, want to join discussion, please come to our Financial Affairs Committee meeting. I'm not sure if we have one next week. If necessary, we'll have one because it's bi-weekly. So I will try to have one next week if I can invite people from Foundation Committee so we can discuss it more and prove it in our next Friday's meeting. So yeah, that's my report.
Thank you, Tracy. And I know Ariana has something to tell us. Ariana, go ahead.
Thank you. Sorry, I missed something really important. So just so you know, the campus parking lot is open for use to the free Wi-Fi. Just a couple of things. The restrooms will be closed and it's required to wear mask. So I just wanted to share that because I know a lot of students have struggled. Like I can share that with myself. Yesterday, I had struggled with my internet and I had to go to McDonald's near my house, and I was my meeting with Dr. Coulson and Brian yesterday. So I know people have these struggles unexpectedly. So just so you know, the campus are open, the parking lots are open for free Wi-Fi usage. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ariana. And moving on to our virtual events. I do know that, Maricela did brief on this already. We do, and Victoria, we do have our Club Rush Remix event next week, as well as the Eagle Talks workshop with Todec Legal Center. So make sure you are, looking, and hopefully you guys can tune into those. We do have the Get to Your Money workshops as well by Financial Aid. So please take a look into those as well. Those are very important and they're very resourceful as well. So please take a look into those if you can possible. I will move on to our SGA feedback. So kudos to questions and concerns. So this time is reserved for discussions among SGA legislators related to feelings, thoughts, intergroup dynamics, and group norms. Items on the agenda may not be discussed during this time. So everyone, how are we feeling?
I'm tired.
Tired.
Yeah,
Whoa.
same, tired.
I think everybody's
You
just.
guys, I'm tired. Come on, what is this?
I think everyone's busy, and I feel like everyone's getting a little overworked in their classes. But I mean, I guess that's college, right?
I feel like you had a pretty good week this week for a change, so I was happy with that.
Actually, I think I'm tired because I went to bed at like 1 because I had Super Mario All-Stars came out, so I was playing Super Mario Galaxy on my Switch.
I know we do have Dr. Coulson on the line. I don't know, Dr. Coulson, would you like to give, just a brief statement now that you are here?
How are you, Dr. Coulson?
I'm doing very well, and thanks for asking about me. I do appreciate that. I really, I thank you so much. Certainly, Ariana and Brian, for spending, almost an hour with me last night. I look forward to, more of those one-on-ones, and this, just for all of the students in these leadership positions. Y'all are doing just a fabulous job, and I just want you to know, like I echoed with Brian and Ariana last night, just how important it is for y'all to let us know, what's going on among the student body out there. And let me encourage you just to avail yourself, of the resources that we have to offer by way of explanation, so that, that information can get out there. It can be, some of you might want to post it on Facebook. You'll have it that you can forward to other students that might not be as informed as you are, and that's a good thing. I will say that, I've already carried some of the suggestions that Brian and Ariana had last night about using the Canvas shells so that we can post announcements to more students about what's going on as far as our closure. Excellent ideas, that's happening. In talking to my colleague, Dr. Brown, we do understand, and we're poignantly focused on the availability of instructors to meet with students, whether it's office hours, certainly being more engaged, in the instructional enterprise. So So, and we will talk about that again as a leadership team at Dr. Schultz's cabinet on Tuesday. But I've already started to get that word out there to Dr. Brown and Vice President Moore so that they're aware of some of these good ideas. But, in student services, I also, and they're not here, I want to thank Dean Smith and Miss Williams for coming earlier today to this meeting and hopefully, explaining some things about financial aid, responding to questions. My apologies for being late. I was in a bunch of meetings today. I was in a negotiating meeting with our faculty union earlier. So, there's a lot of great things going on, and it just, it breaks my heart that students, have experienced the frustration, certainly in student services that we had. But as your SGA president, Mr. Marino mentioned, we do have a plan, and it involves basically 3 tiers: staffing, technology, and communication. And so we've got some suspense dates for the team in student services to work with IT in some areas, and a staffing plan that's going to afford us better staffing in our hubs, more seamless reception of students in the counseling so they can see counselors faster, less time in the lobbies, better communication through Microsoft Teams lines with good solid directories, and just a host of other tools that we're trying to deploy. Teams chat so that staff can actually talk to each other in the lobbies, and at the same time quickly engage students. I think there's a lot of details. I'll just give you an overview, and I'll stop talking to see if folks have some questions or concerns. But again, it's always great to come and meet with the students. I'll be quiet, and I'll entertain any questions that folks have.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Colson. Any of you guys have any questions for Dr. Colson today? No? Oh,
don't be shy.
You answered all their questions, Dr. Colson.
Don't be shy. And I just want to remind everybody, I had my office hour today, and Ms. Paez Mendez usually sets them up, for me on Fridays. But I encourage anybody, that wants to come and sit with me, Zoom conference, make yourself available about that. I know our public information office puts that out there in the weekly roundup. Get in touch with me, get in touch with Ms. Paez Mendez, and we'll make sure you have a link.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Colson, and thank you for being present today.
Thank you.
Everyone else, how are we doing? Are we doing good? Are we doing bad this week? I know this is another week, another week done. So, and it's Friday, so we're definitely looking forward to the weekend.
Yes, we're doing good. Just so you know, again, we do have all these free resources, NetTutor, the International Tutoring, and the MSJC tutors. So take advantage of those. I know class is heavy, it's hard, but there's resources out there. So again, feel free to communicate. Even if you want to do like a virtual study group, I'm down for that. So yeah, there's a lot of things we can do together to help each other out, to motivate to ace this semester. So good luck, everyone, and continue to be good.
Yes, thank you, Ariana. If there's nothing else to be said here, I will move on to our public forum. Is everyone good to go?
I'm good.
Perfect. Alrighty, I will move on to our public forum. Advisors, did we get any public comments this week?
No, we didn't get any in the email.
Perfect. Alrighty, so I will go ahead and skip through that section as well. I will move on to our discussion and action items. So the following items may be discussed and voted on at this time. 8 minutes per topic with 1 minute per speaker. Members of the public may speak after the discussion by the voting body has closed and before a vote by the voting body is taken. So our first discussion and action item, our guest speaker, Bertha Barasa, I know she is not present today, but do feel free if you would like to learn more information in regards to 9/11 and the presentation that she wanted to give to us. I know she did have a conflict with, with her teaching as well as, with her meeting that she did have. So if you would like more information on her, please send me a message and I will, give you her email, and then you guys can contact as well. But she is not present today, so I'm going to go ahead and just, skip through this line item just because she is not present today. I will move on to our second action item. We do have a guest speaker today, Gerardo Chavez, on the ballot bowl. So Gerardo, I know you are on the line.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Am I able to share my screen?
Yes, let me go ahead and
Okay.
sharing and make you a co-host. All right, try sharing now and see how it goes.
Right. Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Gerardo Chavez. I am the Regional Affairs Director for Region 9 of the Student Senate for the California Community Colleges. A little bit about what we do. In Region 9, we are representing the colleges within the Riverside County and San Bernardino County. So Mount San Jacinto, you're a part of us. We're here to support you. And then the Student Senate for California Community Colleges, just to make it short, it is the SSCCC. So I'll be kind of like, calling it the SSCCC so I don't have to say the big word. But we are the student representation, and we are recognized by the California Community Colleges Chancellor's Office, Oakley, in California's legislature, the Board of Governors, and Governor Newsom himself. So we are your voice and student level. I am here to talk about three things. I know that, we are in election season and all we keep hearing is, get out to vote, register, and we hear the importance of it. But I'm just here to reiterate that. As students and as student leaders, we have the responsibility to make sure that we're able to impact our communities. And one of the things that we have, one of the opportunities that we have this year is elections. Although, there's so much controversy, and I know the majority of the people that I talk to, they're like, I don't want to vote because I don't want to vote for Donald Trump or Joe Biden. Those are one of the things that we hear a lot. However, I'm here to tell you that besides president and vice president elections, there's more to that. This is the time that we have a say in our communities. We have so many ballot propositions that will shift the winds for the next 4 years. Like I will be speaking about Proposition 16, and that will dramatically impact our community colleges and our students. So that is why as student leaders, we have to make sure that our students are registered to vote if they're able to. And also us, we have to register and we have to lead for example. So one of the initiatives from the Secretary of State, Alex Padilla, is the California University and College Ballot Bowl. I know your student government is very active. I follow you on Instagram. I see, register to vote, and that is awesome. But I'm just here to give more information. So register to vote. What this is, the ballot bowl, it is a competition between the UCs, the CSUs, and us, the community colleges. And we want to make sure that, we win. We have more than 2.1 million students in our system. That is more than the UCs. That is more than the CSUs combined. And that is more than any in the world. We are the biggest, the largest population in higher education in the world. So you register to vote, and how this works is that in the third page when you're registering to vote, it will ask for which which higher education do you belong to, and it will also ask for your community college. And the way that it works is you go to voter registration results, and they will give you a tally of how many students in your college have registered. So if you look at California Community College, these are the colleges that are registered, and they're keeping a tally of the students. But let's see, for the 2018 general election, the CSUs actually won the competition. We want to make sure that we win, right? We want to show that we are the largest population of students. We got this. So yeah, so please make sure that you are registered to vote. I already did it last week. You know, I got my whole family to register it in one day. You know, it just takes one person. You tell 5 people, those 5 people tell other 5 people, and then multiplies. So if you need more information about, you know, register to vote, another opportunity that we are offering, the SSCCC, and I know your delegate did mention, was the professional development and leadership event. This is a free event that you're able to register. And some of the workshops that we have is an anti-racism plan of action that we constructed. So, you know, with the murder of George Floyd, and we saw all the protests, and something that the chancellor's office did request was for us to create an action plan and present it to them. So we, you know, we held town halls, and we heard the stories from students, and we were able to get this and, you know, present it to the delegates, and they actually approved it. So we're actually going to, you know, explain a little bit more. What is it going to do? We're also going to do a get out to vote session, and these are more of the workshops that we are covering. So we are doing an unconscious bias. And also 9+1 student rights. Many students don't know that they have rights within, you know, the California Code of Regulations. You know, shared governance is one of those. So we're offering this workshop to just, you know, spread the word out, make sure that we're awoke about the rights that we have. And then for, you know, for us leaders, we have a workshop dedicated for legislative training and proposition advocacy. We also have, you know, a workshop for creating agendas, parliamentary procedure and chairing, and Brown Act, and also our resolutions writing 101. So if you need more information, I will actually leave the link in the chat. Registration is required, but it's open as of now. Like I said, it's 100% free. We're giving these sources so you're able to empower yourself, so you can empower your students. Are there any questions about the ballot bowl and the professional development leadership event?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so I will go on to my last portion of my presentation, and that is Proposition 16. So something that the SSCCC actually took a stance on Proposition 16, and we are supporting it. So that is why I'm here to talk about it. And your delegate will actually receive more information in the next Region 9 meeting, which is next Friday. And something that we're asking for our colleges to do is to, we drafted a sample resolution, and we are presenting it to the delegates, so they're actually able to bring it back to their student governments. And it's up to you whether your student government wants to endorse this proposition and many other propositions, so that way, you know, we show solidarity. Okay, so yes on Proposition 16. So what is affirmative action? Affirmative action is a tool for promoting equal opportunity for people who have historically faced educational, economic, institutional barriers to achieving success. This includes women, Black, Latina, Latinx, Indigenous, Asian American. Those have been most severely harmed by the system that we have, and encounter discrimination. Affirmative action policies attempt to give everyone a fair shot at success. And this will lead to the next slide. So what is equality versus equity? That is something that, you know, everyone's talking about. What is equity? What is equality? For myself, I didn't know that there was a difference between those two until I saw this this picture right here. So on the left, equality is everybody gets the same thing. But like if you see the child on the right, if he gets the same thing from like the others, he's not able to see the game. So it's the assumption that everyone will benefit from the same support. But if you know for myself, like I'm a first generation student. I actually immigrated from El Salvador when I was a kid. My roots in the United States don't go back, 400 years. We're barely new, so we have to start from scratch. So my family didn't benefit from the same support that everyone did. But if we see in the second picture, this is, individuals are given different supports to make it possible for them to have equal access to the game. They're being treated equitably. However, as you see, like it takes more than 2 boxes for him to see the game. However, if we look at the last image, everyone gets the support that they need. So all 3 can see the game without any supports or accommodations, and the systemic barrier has been removed. And that is the point of Proposition 16. So what's the deal with Proposition 209? So Proposition 16 will actually repeal Proposition 209, and Proposition 209 was passed in 1996, and it banned affirmative action practices in public hiring, in contracting, and education. And that is why we see a lack of diversity in faculty in colleges. We see a lack of diversity in administration, in places like that. And it was passed at the height of the Republican Governor Pete Wilson's administration, and it was supported by Ronald Reagan and right-wing Wall Street interests. Many of those who are opposing Proposition 16 today is the Ku Klux Klan and David Duke. And actually, Proposition 16 is the farthest we ever come to repealing Proposition 209. So we're making change and we're breaking barriers as we speak. So what is Proposition 16 going to do? It would allow voters to reinstate affirmative action programs. And California could take into account gender and race among many factors when making decisions about government contracts, education, and hiring. So for us in the Inland Empire, we have a very diverse population. We have many, the majority is, Latinx. So this will definitely impact our communities. And this will put California into alignment with 41 other states and federal governments who are already doing this. So California is a little bit behind with affirmative action. And Proposition 16 will help achieve diverse workforce reflective of California's population. Let's see. Okay, so in higher education, Proposition 16 will allow our higher education systems to better allocate dollars to support and meet the needs of college students who need it the most, close graduation gaps, and improve academic success for all students. I believe that us as student leaders, we want to make sure that not only are we advocating for our students, but we are, advocating for their academic success. And by supporting Proposition 16, and we hope that your student government is able to take a stance on this. This is just the first step to uplifting our students and making sure that we are striving to improve academic success and graduation gaps. And this will improve access to our excellent public colleges and universities, regardless of what they look like or where they come from. And then we'll actually invest in university-targeted outreach programs to recruit more diverse applicants. I will stop right here because we are going to give more information to your delegate in the next meeting, and hopefully, you're able to take a stance by filling out the sample resolution that we'll be giving to your delegate in the next meeting. Also, if you want more information about how to advocate for propositions in your student government or for yourself, like I said, we do have a workshop for that, and in our professional development leadership event that will be on Thursday, October 1st at 12 p.m. to 1:15 p.m. The Proposition Advocacy Workshop. But other than that, that's all I have for myself. I just want to thank everyone for having me here. And I just want to, applaud your delegate. She's doing an amazing job. I hear the meetings. I try to attend your meetings, and I hear her, talk about the events that we have and, reporting back from Region 9. So I just want to applaud your delegate, and that's all I have for myself. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by and really giving us information on Prop 16 and just, overall the importance of voting, as well as, the professional development event that will be occurring soon. So thank you so much for coming and really tuning in with us today.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Can I have the agenda back on, Maricela? Maricela. Okay. I'll go ahead and share the agenda then.
I got it. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. You're good. I was just like, Maricela, did you freeze on me?
I did. Let me see. Okay. Can we all see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, Maricela. Okay, that concludes our section action item. We do have our third action item. I know Tracy did go into this already. Discussion and approval on SGA budget for 2020-2021. For this one specifically, advisors, would we need a motion and then have a roll call?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So may I have a motion to approve our SGA budget, which Tracy, I know you did put this in the chat. Let me just go through that one. It is $95,347 with 58 cents. So can I have a motion to please approve this budget for our school year?
Motion.
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 Okay, who wants to go? Who wants to take it?
Two motions.
I can motion first.
Okay, alrighty, Alexis, thank you. And can I have a second?
I second, Ariana.
Alrighty, thank you, Ariana. All right, we will move on to our roll call vote. So let's go ahead and do so with our order. Maricela, can you just scroll up to the top? Thank you so much. So I will start with our Vice President of Menifee Valley Campus. Do you approve? Is it? What are the terms? It's like nay.
In favor, oppose.
In favor, yes, yes. I apologize, guys. I really had like, my mind is everywhere right now.
You could also use that. A means yes and nay means no.
Okay.
Whatever you're most comfortable with. Or you could say yes, I approve, or no, I don't approve.
Okay, perfect. Mr. Nick.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Vice President of San Jacinto Campus, Ms. Victoria.
I'm in favor.
Perfect. Our student trustee, Ariana.
In favor.
Alrighty. Our Commissioner of College Activities, Janelle.
In favor.
Got it. Our Commissioner of Financial Affairs, Tracy.
In favor.
Alrighty. Our Commissioner of IE, Stephanie.
In favor.
Got it. Our Commissioner of Public Relations, Caston.
In favor.
Perfect. And then our first Senator of Financial Affairs, Thomas, and we do have an abstention. Our Senator of Financial Affairs as well, Alexis.
I in favor.
Perfect. And then lastly, our Senator of Public Relations.
In favor.
Got it. Okay. So as a majority of vote, our budget for 2020-2021 has been approved. Alrighty, guys. I will move on to our fourth discussion action item, which is our discussion on Club Rush Remix. And let me just clean this one up. I have this in my notes. I know we did talk about this earlier. Victoria kind of just stole, my I guess the discussion that I wanted to bring in. Please make sure, if you can, please be present in this Club Rush Remix. It would be definitely beneficial for us to, be present in this Club Rush Remix, especially because it is virtual. We want students to really make sure that if they have any questions about our club and if they really would like to join, it would be very beneficial to have someone there that is from SGA that would really tell them about our experiences so far, what we do in SGA, and why overall we're here for. I wanted to see overall, what do you guys think we should do? Should we do something a little special for our Club Rush Remix in terms of our table? Should we make a presentation? You guys name it.
I think we should make a presentation, and maybe also in that presentation have a slide or something about the available remaining positions that we have. That way we could see if anybody's interested in filling those vacant positions.
Got it. Alrighty, anyone else have anything to say in regards to that one? I think that's a great idea. I think we should really have a presentation ready. That way students know more information about SGA, because I know that there are students who don't even know that there is an SGA. So it's definitely important that we really reach out to all students, especially in this virtual environment. I would really love to grab the attention of as many students as possible and really, create a diverse team, more than what we already have. You guys are all so special and unique, and I really would love to have more members as well.
Yes, I think I agree with the presentation idea. Like the big example yesterday while we're doing the Kahoot game, there was instead of Constitution, we mixed up some SGA questions, and a lot of students didn't know who is who, we asked a question who are the vice president of SGA, and most of them didn't know. So I think with this presentation and us being there, it will be a great opportunity to put our faces over there outside, and for them to get to know us a little bit more, and who is SGA, who is inside SGA, and all that. Because I know yesterday it was fun, but they honestly didn't know a lot. Like the simple question about who is our mascot, they were laughing at it. So I know with this presentation, it's gonna be really beneficial for the students. So I'm all in.
Perfect. Alrighty. I'm definitely all in. I think this is something that we can really give to either Janelle or our public relations team, so that we can come together and really see what we can really include in this presentation, just to go more in depth. Let me see. I know Victoria just gave a comment. She said, exactly, Ariana, we should all do our best to educate and realize ourselves for our students. Yes, definitely. Especially in this unprecedented time. It's definitely really hard to reach out to students, just because everything is virtual. But a great way that we can also do so, if you can, try to ask permission from your professors if you can send an email through Canvas to all your classmates. That's something that I did last semester, is making sure that I try to keep our students aware of what's going on in SGA and overall in student life. Make sure that they are aware of resources and programs that are available. So I do think that would be great. And Jose did comment, SGA do register for Club Rush. Yes, please register. That way you do have access to the Club Rush event for either or day and either or time. So please go ahead and do so. But I believe I will definitely talk to Janelle as well as our PR team to make sure we can create this presentation and really have it ready and set to go for our Club Rush Remix event. Any comment, any concern?
I have a comment. So when it comes to the Club Rush, are we gonna get a link to it? Or are we gonna have to go to the MSJC website?
So when you register, you'll receive the link in your email. It'll send it to your email.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Perfect. Any other question, concern, comment?
If it's too late to do like a theme, I don't know, people who have MFJC gears or something. If it's too late to do that, or it's too boring, I don't know.
In terms of how?
I don't know if how it's gonna work. Is this gonna be like a YouTube stream, or they're actually gonna join the Zoom meeting? Because we can encourage them to to put the cameras on and to have a theme, just to make it fun.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah,
a
no,
suggestion.
definitely.
Oh, sorry. So I can
Yeah.
add to that. So it's a Zoom. It's just a Zoom space. So it's kind of already planned, but I would of course love your feedback. Any way to make it more fun, for sure. Yeah. The theme
Perfect.
is a remix, right? But that's the best I could come up with. So if you have a better idea or
Oh,
thing,
I like it. I like it.
definitely let's work together.
Perfect. Alrighty, guys. So I'm going to go ahead, and if there's something to say in regards to this discussion item, I will go ahead and move on to our next one, which is our discussion and on our SGA photo collage. We need to really finish with this one. I really want to make sure we can get, this out. We did talk about last week what message we wanted to say in our photo collage. I know there were a few suggestions. I emailed you guys last week to what the possible, message we can say. I believe I have it. I know Ariana emailed me it, and I know Victoria also had one as well. Let me get that for you guys. Okay. For some reason, I don't have it, but it was Student Government Association is here to serve and advocate for all of our Eagles. I don't know how you guys think about that. I know there can be changes. We can definitely change it up, but we want to make sure we have a clear message for our students and definitely make sure that we can have this in our homepage. We want to make sure that students know our faces and know who we are. So I would really love to, finalize a message for us. That way we can get started on creating our flyers so that we can take a picture and definitely, have it as a collage and have it uploaded to our homepage. So what do you guys think overall? Is that a good message? Are there any things you want to add, any things you want to take off, or start completely new?
We should probably keep it, like how we normally have been. But then I was thinking, what if we get more members like at Club Brush and we move forward from there, then we'd have to start getting like all over again. I mean, I don't mind, but I like the idea of keeping like our messages kind of open, and that way we can easily, I guess, not improve them, but like add on to them should we get more members. I mean, hopefully we get more members. That's always nice.
Yes, definitely. I agree too. Should we wait then for next week in case we do receive an application through Club Rush? What do you guys think is best? Because that's a great point to bring up as well.
Yes, I'll say to wait because we can do it right now, but at the same time, if we do get someone else, I would like to include them on the picture. So definitely, we should wait.
I agree.
Got it. Perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
Alrighty, guys. And I do have one thing. I guess it is similar in topic. Marisela, is it okay if I can share my screen? Perfect. Let me see. Okay, perfect. So if you can see my screen, this is our homepage. And I was looking through it, and I had discussed this with the advisors earlier. I would really love, so if you go to our homepage here, and you go to About SGA, you'll see our executive branch as well as our legislative branch, and you'll see everyone's position. So for example, for me, this is all that shows up. And something that we really wanted to do just to spice it up and really personalize it. We really want to make sure and see hopefully soon. This is something that I'll also bring up in financial affairs as well as in PR. Is about really getting SGA gear for us. That way we can have hopefully a shirt that we can wear in our meetings, as well as having a picture designated for our specific position, as well as having a little bio that describes who we are, why we are here, something that really just allows students to see who are their representatives for this school year. And I would really love to see, hopefully we can get shirts, everything approved and everything, and we can really have this page updated. And I would love for that photo collage to be in our main homepage. So it's something that would go around here, that way students can see our message as well. So that's something that I wanted to bring up to you guys is, how do you guys feel about having, specific bio as well as a photo for you in each of your positions?
That's a really great thing that we need to do, because this way students will know our faces and will be able to come to us a little bit more comfortably. And that way we can also like, hey, like, if you're not sure about SGA, here's our website. If you don't know who I am, here's a little bit about me. Tell me a little bit about you, like this is something that like updating our website or a part of our website, like that's a huge thing that I've been meaning to ask about, because especially in times like this where everything is completely online, how Ariana was talking about how, students didn't know who our mascot was or even who we were, like who our positions and what we have to do. So I really want to update and add pictures and maybe a little bio about us to our website as soon
Yes.
as we can.
I was gonna say about the little bio. I remember the last time, I know they had our statements, our candidate statements under our names. And that was, even if it wasn't a little bio, it said a lot about like our intention on SGA, and I really like that. So if we can do something similar and maybe add like a small picture of ourselves, even if it's a group picture, but people will know who we are. So I think it's definitely like a good idea to do that, to add like little bios, or even if we use the same candidate statements for the students to know what is our purpose. And like Victoria said, they will feel more comfortable and even recognize us if they see us on another Zoom meeting, even if it's not SGA related. I know we attend different events like the Umoja meetings. I'm always there. So I know people like maybe, oh, I see you on the website. I know you. So they might feel comfortable. So I'm all in again. Come in.
Idea.
Perfect. I know Captain has a comment. Go ahead, Captain.
So I was thinking, since me and Daily are PR, we could create a form, like put in your bio here, put in your pronouns here, put in, specific fields that we want to put into this page, and we can just have a form. So I know our advisors edit the website, correct, Jose? Yeah. So we could just make a form and make it simple for our advisors to do. And I do know website design, so if they do need assistance, I can definitely help with that. So that's my idea, just making a form maybe. What do you guys think about that?
I was gonna say to either a form or a PowerPoint, because I think I was checking out the honors website and their mentors have like a PowerPoint and it shows like the mentors, who they are, their pictures. They even have pictures of like what they enjoy and what they like to do. And I personally really liked that because it shows a little bit about them. So I feel like that's a great idea, Brian.
Perfect. Okay, so I will definitely send this task to PR. We can work together. If you guys have any questions or concerns in regards to this project, we will definitely set up a meeting, and we can really send out that survey as soon as possible. That way we can really, personalize our website and really showcase who we are, and showcase who we are to our students most specifically. Because I know going to this website, it is kind of, well, for me, I get lost just seeing a bunch of words, and I would really love some pictures. I'm a very visual person, and it's kind of, well, for me, I just feel like there should be more customization to what's here. So let's definitely add pictures. Let's definitely add our bio, who we are, why we're here, and I'll definitely send this off to PR, and we will get this project hopefully started soon. So I'm really glad that you guys like the idea.
Yes, I love it, Brian. I think that was a great idea.
And I will stop sharing and we can go ahead and go back to the agenda. I believe this is our last action item. Is there any other comment, question, concern in regard to this discussion action item?
One last comment.
Yes.
If anyone wants to help with this, I know Brian handed it over to me and Daily for PR, But if anyone wants to help out, you can definitely either attend our PR meeting or email me if you're unable to attend. I'm more than happy to take suggestions or collaborations. So let me know, okay? Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And I believe that is it for our last item. Is there anything else before I move on? Alrighty, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and call for any agenda items for next week. Any call for agenda items that you guys have?
Brian, can we just talk about like the possible SGA relief fund or scholarship?
Yes, yes. I will
Yeah.
have that ready for you.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Thank you, Tracy. Okay, and then also, I know I didn't really go into this that much. So for our Constitution Day, we did have winners, and I would really love to give prizes out. We do have the funding, and we really want to make sure we can get students to participate as well. So what my advisors and we were trying to talk about is approving, let's say, $100 in e-gift cards. That way we don't have to approve this, in every single meeting or any meeting, after an event has taken place. That way we already have those funds there. And I just wanted to see, I'm going to bring this up hopefully in our next agenda item. That way we can have this money approved so that we can have it for event spending only. What do you guys think? Thumbs up? Somewhat or down?
So
I'm
it's
sorry,
100
can you?
Sorry.
I was gonna ask if you could just repeat that.
Yes, yes. So for our events, specifically Constitution Day, we did have winners. We did have 3 winners, and we will be reaching out to them to give them a prize. So what we wanted to do, my advisors and I, is approve, let's say, $100 in event spending for prizes. That way we don't have to consecutively for each meeting, approve, let's say, $30 in prizes or $10 in prizes. That way it's already set there, and we should be good to go for future events. So I just want to, bring that up hopefully for next week's agenda item, but I want to make sure it's okay with you guys. The money aspect, I'm not sure about how much yet, but for example, let's say $100, and we have that ready to go for the semester.
That would actually be really, really cool that we can do for our students.
Yes, I agree. I'm in favor.
I'm in favor too. Hey. I think we should have this definitely as an agenda item so we can discuss it a little bit further. Maybe talk about, depending on what kind of event it is, how much a prize should be, and how it would work out for, like, if we're doing 1 prize, 2 prizes, 3 prizes, etc.
Perfect. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much. Any other call for agenda items?
Not yet. I always
Okay.
email you if I have any agenda. But no.
Alrighty. Perfect. Thank you, Ariana. And if you guys do have any agenda items that you would like me to add for next week's meeting, remember you have until midnight of Monday. That way, I do have enough time to create the agenda as well. And I can have that ready to go for you guys. But if there is no other call for agenda items, I will go ahead and adjourn our meeting at 11:34 a.m.